right, guys, guess what? It's a typing interview. We are going to figure out, is Jennifer a type 2 or a type 3? We should know by the end of this. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hillary and I identify as a type 9, and today we are continuing the series all things Enneagram, but we are taking a small detour and we are going to get to the bottom of Jennifer's type, right?
Yes.
All right, she came here, she thinks she knows, and we're going to kind of get to the bottom of, there's two numbers that we're going back and forth with.
Definitely.
And so by the end of this, we should know your type, what you default to, and your wing, and it's going to be exciting.
I'm excited. I'm super excited.
All right, Jennifer, so go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Awesome. Well, I have been married for almost 18 years now. I love my husband. He's so great. We have 4 daughters, and I have the privilege of homeschooling all of them and always have. And then on top of that, I'm actually a certified health coach.
Yep. Yes,
I have my own business. I love coaching my clients online or one-on-one over the phone. It's seriously my calling.
Yes. So obviously we share that in common.
Yes.
We both do coaching. We're both women, entrepreneurs, and own our own business. And so we have a ton in common.
Yes, we do. Love it.
All right. So let's start at the beginning, because you came here thinking you're a type 2. And you do definitely have some strong 3 qualities, right?
Definitely have some strong 3 qualities.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna kind of get to the bottom today. Is she a 3 with a 2 wing? Is she a 2 with a 3 wing?
Yeah, that's hard to figure out.
It is. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
So what was your process of getting to figuring out your type?
I found an online Enneagram quiz and multiple questions. I answered all of them, honestly, to the best of my ability, and that's what it generated was a 2.
Do you remember your top 3 numbers? Or just the 2?
I only remember the 2.
Just the 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Because usually they'll give you a top 3. But that is fine, because you know what the test is for? Just to eliminate some stuff for us. I mean, the test can be, I think I've heard, that it's about 70% accurate. Sometimes it could be like, oh, how am I feeling today? That's what I'm going to answer. Or actually, I used to do that, but I do that in this now. So I'm going to answer in who you are today. And we, as Enneagram coaches, we usually say, answer as your, more of your whole life versus who you're operating at today.
Okay.
Because today probably is a lot healthier than maybe in your 20s and teens, so.
Yes.
But that's fine. That test is just to eliminate some options for us. So, and who knows, you being a 2, it might have given you your type. I know when I took the test, I was a type 9, type 6, and a type 7. And I have a lot of 7 qualities in me. But the 9 is where I rested at. I defaulted to that core fear resonated with me over the core fear of a type 7. And so that's important knowledge. Yeah. What's going to help us also clarify your type is, the wings and then the arrows. So once we get through all those, we'll know okay, yep, you're going to most likely be able to identify it. So
that's great. Yay.
Yeah. As we're talking, really think about, as I'm saying, sometimes, parts of the 2 and parts of the 3, which one is oh, that hits home. Ooh, that might have embarrassed me a little bit, because sometimes that deadly sin can be oh, that feels a little embarrassing, or sometimes it feels like a welcome home, yeah, that is exactly who I am, and that's how I default, and whatever, and that's usually going to be your number.
Okay.
All right, so, and one last thing, I just want to let the viewers know and you that it's not up to me to decide your type, because I only see the image you project, right?
Right.
It's up to you. I'm an Enneagram coach, and my job is just to ask the questions, and so that we kind of sift it out to where, what number do you feel and default to? That's the important thing, not what number I would think you are. Because again, I'm just usually seeing the best parts of you. Yes. Right?
Yeah.
That's what we give to people for the most part.
Right.
So that's important. So with all that knowledge, let's get started.
I'm excited.
Let's get into the type 2 a little bit. Okay. So type 2s, they are loving and compassionate, nurturing, generous, supportive, hospitable, and a key thing that I believe in a 2 is they are tuned in to how people feel. All right, and so at their worst, and I'm talking we have levels of development, we have healthy levels, we have average, and we have unhealthy levels, and we can fluctuate, right? Depending on the day, what's going on. You know, we like to hopefully sit at the average to healthy, but we definitely could dip into that. At their worst, they could be intrusive, indirect, possessive, a flatterer, needy, and over accommodating, to where sometimes the other person is like, oh my goodness, like it's too much. But because they're like, you know, depending on their level, so they're at their worst. And the core fear and the core desire usually is how we can figure out the starting point and where your number is. So the core desire of a 2 want to be loved and wanted for just being themselves. So that love is that motivation. And the core fear is the fear of being unloved and unwanted for purely being themselves. So how does that sit with you?
I don't resonate with that at all.
Really?
With the fear or desire, so much of what you were saying, I can nod right along and go, yeah, I feel that.
Yep.
But when you just laid out the fear and desire, that doesn't click. No, I'm not feeling that.
And that's how they're motivated. So let's go into the 3s, best qualities, worst qualities, core fear, and core desire.
Awesome.
And then we can kind of see where you're
Yes.
leaning towards so far. Okay, a 3 at their best: optimistic, self-affirming, efficient, self-propelled, energetic, goal-oriented, team builder.
I know someone just like that.
Right?
Who could it be?
Yes. And so, but at their worst, they can be self-promoting, pretentious, vain, superficial, overly competitive, or workaholic. Again, we're talking levels.
Yeah.
We're talking at your worst, right? Because
Right.
we're both Christian women.
Yep.
We admit that we're sinners.
Yes.
We admit that we can be in unhealthy levels.
Yes.
Right? But so some of that, like even with mine, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so harsh. But it's like I'm saying unhealthy.
Unhealthy.
Right?
Right.
That's where we can go.
Right.
But the core fear of a 3,
Uh-huh.
being worthless, a failure, incapable, unimpressive, unsuccessful, inefficient, and exposed.
That was a whole lot at once.
How did that feel?
Weighty.
Uh-huh.
Like it heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Core desire. To feel valuable, worthwhile, for just being themselves without having to perform. So that's the key with the 3. And so they want you to just love them without them having to present you anything, without having to perform. Because a lot of times they are success built. And so they're like, can you just love me if I didn't perform for you?
Ooh.
So how do you feel now hearing both?
I feel that the 3 is kind of hitting the nail on the head right now.
Yes.
Like really
Yeah.
knocking me down a little bit, going, whoa, you just
Read your mind.
read my mind. You read my mind.
I know. And that is when you know it's your number.
Yeah.
So since we've kind of landed on the 3 for now, if we keep going and you're like, I don't know, we'll swing back to the 2.
Okay.
And see which one again feels like, oh, you're reading my mail.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So,
okay.
Here we go. So the wings of a 3 is the 3 with a 2 wing. And they are called the star.
Ooh, I like that.
And they are warmer, more encouraging, sociable, popular, enjoy being the center of attention, and can be seductive.
Ooh.
So, and again, this is just a little bit. I mean, if we had time, the depth we can go would be amazing. But this is just like, okay, just a few little tidbits. The 3 with the 4 wing, they're called the professional. They're more focused on work, success, and introspection. They are more sensitive, artistic, imaginative, and can be pretentious. So here's the cool part. You can have both. You could be like, oh, I kind of use both. I use both of mine, depending on the situation. Or you could be like, oh gosh, I think it's the 3 too, mostly. So when I said both of those, what were your feelings?
Oh, definitely the 3 too. There were just little bits of the 4 that I was like, well, sometimes I tap into that, but I would never call myself creative or artistic or any of those things. I just use those kind of on the back burner. But that 3 too.
Is that?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm loving this. This is amazing.
I feel like you've known me my whole life.
Really?
I mean, I was in high school, so, ages, I was 13 to 17 in high school.
Yeah.
And in the superlatives, I had most, friendly. I literally was friends with every group of people. and not in really fit in one group, but because I fit in all the groups.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I'm still like that. Like, I feel like
good.
that piece of me, I can talk to anyone. I do talk to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you've known me since I was a teenager and describing me right now.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
I am loving that. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting.
and kind of scary that I feel so exposed right now.
I know. So I actually want to go into the 2 with the wings, just to see how you feel with that. Okay. So I'm going to go over the wings of the 2 just to kind of make sure we're landing at a 3 for sure.
Okay.
So the wings of the 2. The 2 with the 1 wing, they're called the servant, and they tend to be more reasonable, objective, self-critical, quietly serving, and can be judgmental.
I'm sorry, my whole face reacted to that as a no.
As a no. Okay.
As a no.
Right. And the 2 with the 3. They can be called the host or the hostess. And again, they're using that 3. They tend to be more self-assured, charming, a flatterer, outgoing, and competitive. And so that fits.
It fits.
But so 2-3, 3-2. Which one?
Ooh. As much as I related to the 2-3, I feel like you were calling me out on the 3-2 for who I am.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. So let's get into the arrows, and this might clarify it for you even better.
Okay.
And so the arrows. Under stress, 3 can move towards the average to unhealthy side of a 9.
Okay.
Which I'm a 9, so we share a little bit. Driven 3s suddenly become disengaged and apathetic, and they can neglect themselves and possibly numb out by watching TV, playing video games, shopping, eating, etc. So this is like the unhealthy side of my type, which I absolutely relate to. And this would be you if you're under stress, and these things can surface up. So
okay, I can say yes. I think when which I would say is rare for me, but TV binging has definitely happened, and when I was really unhealthy, I ate.
Yeah.
And I ate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. And hence you're a health coach.
Hence I'm a health coach.
And I love what you teach.
Thank you.
I love your message. And I will link her information below, guys, because she is an amazing health coach, and the message behind it and how you go about kind of getting to that healthy place is amazing. And I love it. So
I love it too.
Yeah, I will link your info. So, and the arrow going towards your growth number it's really when you allow the Holy Spirit to enable us to transform and grow. You're in your devos, you're listening to your worship music, you're praying, you're really like right there with God, right? And He's transforming you. Your arrow is moving towards the healthy side of a 6.
Okay.
Which they're called the loyalist. And this means the 3s suddenly become more cooperative and committed to others. They become aware of their feelings and reveal who they are behind their achieving masks. So I don't know. Okay, so my son is a 3.
Okay.
And so I know a bit of, I get to see him in action all the time, so it actually has helped me. But he definitely wears achieving masks. So wherever he goes, and again, he's 18, right? So where he's at is definitely not where you're at. But in the sense, though, we can put, as a 3, put on a mask of like, okay, this is who I am, but not let people really get inside. Because, and tell me your feelings on this, but there is such a fear of rejection that if we were to present ourselves and it was rejected, like to a 3, it feels hard to come back from that. How does that resonate with you?
I would say if you had asked me between the ages of 27 and 30, I would say, oh my goodness, you're reading my mind. That's exactly what I struggle with. And I had to overcome I had to take the mask off. That's what I had to do, right? So I had to take it off and just be like, this is me. And I had a motto between those ages that I kind of took on, and it was, it's not that I don't care about you, I just don't care. And it shifted my thinking that, like, when you meet Jen, this is what you get. My good days, my bad days, and anytime anyone says to me now, like, oh my gosh, you're so transparent, you're authentic, I feel like, yes, I am. And I know that's God. And I know that journey I went through in those years is what got me to be able to be, this is what you get anytime, any day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Preach. Preach. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh. So if you're 3 and you identify with Jennifer, like, that should help you.
Yes.
We're going to get into the deadly sin of a 3, which is also just in a much nicer way called the core weakness.
Okay.
This is something, if we allow ourselves to go too far, if we allow, that's where the sin part is like, okay, core weakness, sin, but if we allow it to get deadly, so mine's sloth, right? That could go so bad. It could, my everyday, it might be, okay, I don't want to be awake to my own desires and dreams today. I just want to binge watch a TV show, right? Oh, that's that core weakness. Like, I feel like, okay, I might lean towards, but the deadly part is if I did that every day for a year.
Okay.
And people do that,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And so that's where the deadly part of this comes in. And so for a 3, the deadly sin can be deceit. Interesting, right?
Yeah.
Right? But it's not lying to anybody else. They can, the deadly part, remember, not in your health doing great, but in that deadly part of the weakness is they can deceive themselves into believing that they are only the image they present. Does that make sense?
Only the image I present. I think I do. I think I do. Especially where so much right now of my life is put out there. So much of what I'm doing is out there. There's a struggle of always being on.
Yes.
Always being that.
Yep.
And it's not that I'm not authentic. It's not that I'm not who I am.
Right.
But that sometimes I'm wearing sweatpants, I have no makeup on, and I look like crap and I don't want to talk to anybody.
Right.
Because I'm a super extrovert most of the time. I'm always going. I'm always doing. And really, it's hard to go, but I'm also want to do nothing.
Yeah.
And talk to no one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Right?
That's good. That's good.
I know. So that, and again, that's the core, that's the weakness. That's what we can go towards if we're not accountable to God and to our relationships and to ourselves.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And so the key to knowing this is where you gain your freedom. Right? And so whenever that comes up now going forward, you could stop and pivot and go, wait, no.
Right.
You know, I'm not just the image I present.
Right.
I'm actually more than that.
Right.
Right? Because
Yes.
you are. You're more than that.
Right.
And so hopefully what this teaching has taught you is to use that tool to like I said, just stop and go to God with it right away and go, okay, why? Where is the root of this? Why am I wanting to do this? What has gone into my life today, for the week, for the month, because life is hard.
Yeah.
All of us have ups and downs. I don't know, do you relate to that at all?
I would say it's more in the beliefs that are in my head that have been planted there for so long that I didn't even know they were there. And I feel that the pivot for me comes when I embrace the aha moment and actually uncover what was there so I can change that thought into something new.
Yeah.
And the only way I do that is I do the same things you're doing, right? I go to God, I go to my husband, I go to the trusted people who know the whole story.
That's important.
Yeah, and then you can change the sentence. You can change that thought, that belief that really wasn't real in the first place. And some of them have been deeply rooted.
Right.
That make me want to change the trajectory, right, of where I'm going.
Right.
So when I call them out for what they are and let the work be done,
right,
I get back where I need to go.
Yep. The wounding childhood message of a 3 is it's not okay to have your own identity and your own feelings. How does that sit with you?
I feel like that defines the middle child that I am. Just keep it quiet.
Yeah.
Let everybody else's business be out there, and it doesn't really matter. I learned when I was younger, it's just easier not to say anything.
Yeah.
You know, especially when you do say something, you probably have said something people don't want to hear.
Yes.
And I still fall into that a little bit. Now I recognize it better that it's not a bad thing to say the thing.
Right. That's good. Yeah. So that's that wounding childhood message. And then The wounding childhood message of a 2 would have been, it's not okay to have your own needs.
No. It's always my mouth. I mean, it's probably been that way as long as I can remember that has gotten me in trouble. Yeah.
Okay, so we're solid in this 3. We are solid.
I feel like the concrete has started to be poured.
Yes, I do too. That's awesome. So the message your heart longs to hear is your love for simply being you. And I want to read a little God's invitation, and this is out of the book Self to Lose, Self to Find. And Marilyn writes, I invite you to be free from the need to succeed in order to establish your worth in the world. You are of great value regardless of your accomplishments. Good, huh?
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's a vision board. Put the quote up there in front of my face every day. Good.
Yep. Yeah, that's God's invitation to you.
That's so good.
Yeah. And then I want to end with how to get along with the 3. Let's give some people some advice. I have 5 things. How to get along with the 3. Tell me you like being around me.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me how proud you are of me and my accomplishments.
Oh my gosh, even if it's just the laundry. Come on now.
There you go. There you go. Please don't interrupt me when I'm working.
Can we just write that one down? Give that to my homeschooled children as I'm working at home and teaching them. That's that.
Yes, guys, if you're listening, or really girls, you have girls.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt mom when she's working.
It's true.
It's a pet peeve.
Just say, excuse me, and then wait.
And then wait.
It could be 10 minutes, but wait.
It could, because you're probably so driven, so focused, and you need to finish it.
I need to finish it.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. And then, give me honest, but not unduly critical or judgmental feedback.
Good Lord. I'm having a moment. Oh my gosh.
No.
Yes. All the feedback.
Yep.
But please
honest,
choose your words
but be nice.
as not to criticize because it's gonna hurt.
More than anybody else. Yeah.
Yes.
Guys, if you're listening.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And then the last thing.
Okay.
Help me to keep my surroundings harmonious and peaceful.
Clear the clutter.
Clear the clutter.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
So, to end with this, what are we?
I would say I'm a type 3.
Type 3 with a strong type 2 wing.
Yes.
Definitely. Yes. I see that in your everyday just by being friends with you. And so we got it. It's a 3-2.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Clarity. Crazy. So good.
I love it. This was a typing interview, guys. This is what it looks like. A very short process because of the time on YouTube, but usually I do a 2-hour in-depth session to where we would even go deeper, because there's also what's called a social 3, a self-preservation 3, and a one-to-one 3.
Wow.
So that is, we get way deep, and it's a fun, beautiful part of it, but clearly we don't have time on camera today. Too bad. But that's all I got. This has been wonderful.
So good.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for reading my mind today and knowing my soul and my heart and my thoughts. It's a really awesome feeling.
And thank you so much for being authentic and showing up.
Always.
I have enjoyed getting to know you even deeper today. I love it.
I love it too. So fun.
Yay. So, okay guys, that's all I got. So thanks so much for watching. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Is that a weird thumb? Thumbs up, guys. And please subscribe. You get these things, these videos. If you subscribe, you get a notification right away. Yeah. And so don't forget to subscribe and leave me any comments. So this has been amazing. And until next time, bye guys.
Okay.
Okay. So, nope. Okay. All right, so. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, the things you know. Mind blown.
Like walk like an Egyptian?
Yeah. This is your life.
This is my life.
I mean, and sometimes.
Stop.
Oh, here it is.
Reading into my soul.
I know. I'm
my
so
soul
sorry.
Is exposed.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cut.
Oh my gosh.
I know.